Hello friends, welcome to our educational channel Science Saga by Shagun. In today's video, we are going to cover a very important chapter of chemistry, which is changes around us, physical and chemical changes. Basically, in today's video, we are going to understand that what are physical and chemical changes and bifurcate them on their given parameters. I'm sure that you might have seen the physical and chemical changes in your day-to-day life, but you might face problems to bifurcate them. So now let's sort out that problem. Before understanding about physical and chemical changes, let us first understand about what are changes. Introduction to changes around us. So let's proceed. Everything around us undergoes changes. For example, human beings. First, we were a newborn baby, the infants, then child, teenager, adulthood, a continuous process. Everything around us undergoes changes. For example, the human example which I gave you. Some changes are temporary and some are long lasting, the permanent one. Some changes are irreversible and some are reversible. We will talk about them in the video further. We classify changes into two groups, which are physical changes and chemical changes. So now let's proceed. What is a physical change? How we define it? A change in state, shape, size or appearance is said to be as physical change. No new substance is formed in physical change, usually temporary and reversible. Reversible changes are those which can be undone and brought back to its original position. So now let's take an object and let's see that that object is following all the parameters or not. If it is, so physical, not, then let's see. For example, a ice cube. A ice cube change its state for solid to liquid, then evaporation, condensation, precipitation, collection, all the processes. So it's solid state, and the shape will change obviously. The size, if the ice cube is melting, it will decrease. So in liquid form, so the size is changing, the appearance will obviously change. No new substance is formed. The composition is the same, the substance is the same, the liquid. The water will not convert into juice. It will be water only. So no new substance is formed. Usually temporary and reversible. We can convert the water, the ice cube, into liquid form and then again to solid form. So it is reversible. It can be brought back to its original position. So now let's proceed. Features of physical changes. Now let's talk about the features. Composition of substance remains the same, the equal. No new products are formed in physical change. Energy involved is usually small. Small amount of energy involved, not a huge amount. Can often be reversed. It is often reversible change, not like irreversible. Often a reversible change. Can often be reversed. For example, the ice cube, the example which I gave. Examples of physical changes. Now let's talk about few examples. Melting of ice, boiling water, tearing paper, dissolving salt or sugar, stretching rubber, breaking glass. These all are the examples of physical changes. Why? Because no new substances are formed. There is a change in appearance, state, form, size. They are usually temporary and reversible. So these are the examples of physical changes and their properties which I listed. Now let's talk about what is a chemical change. Chemical change is a change in which a new substance is formed. In physical change, no new substance was formed, but in chemical change, a new substance is formed. Usually permanent and irreversible in nature. Often involves heat, gas or color change. Now let's take an example. Burning of paper. So a change in which a new substance formed. When we burn a paper, ash is produced. So that ash, a new substance is formed. That ash is a new substance. Usually permanent and irreversible. Irreversible changes are those changes which can be undone and cannot be brought back to its original position, its original state. So reversible changes, a ash cannot be turned into a fresh paper, obviously. Often involves heat, gas or color change. If we are converting into ash, we require burning, the use of heat gas, and the colors change into a grayish white. The ash is grayish white now, so the color is changed. All these parameters are followed. So burning of paper is a physical change. Now let's talk about the features of chemical change. New substances formed, we talked about that. Original substance cannot be recovered easily. Means it's talking about the reversibility, that the substance is irreversible in nature. Cannot be brought back to its original position, the original state. Large energy exchange, large amount of energy is used. Color change, heat, gas or smell often produced. We have talked about these parameters. Now let's talk about few examples of chemical changes. Burning of paper, ashes produced, or wood, rusting of iron. When the iron comes in contact with water and oxygen, iron oxide is formed. So iron oxide is a new substance. It is a chemical change. Souring of milk, lactic acid is produced. It's a chemical change. Cooking food, we use like vegetables, water, spices, then burning. So burning is used a parameter of physical chemical change. A new substance is formed, the fresh vegetable. So it's a chemical change. Baking a cake, vinegar plus baking soda reaction. These all are chemical changes. Why? Because they form a new substance. They are permanent and irreversible in nature. Heat, gas, color change are produced here, a smell. Physical versus chemical change. So these are the properties listed, and now we will see that these properties, physical change obey or the chemical one. So the properties are new substance, reversibility, change in state, energy and the examples. So new substance in physical change, no new substance is formed. Keep in mind the ice cube and the burning of paper example. You will be easily able to ace the questions. So in physical change, no new substance is formed. In chemical change, yes, a new substance is formed. The ash, the greyish white ash, a new substance is formed. Reversibility, physical changes are reversible nature and chemical changes are irreversible. They are very rarely reversible in nature. The chemical one. Change in state, physical change, yes, and in chemical change, not always. Energy, yes, but in low amount. In physical change, yes, but in low amount the energy is produced. And in chemical changes, here also yes, but in high amount the energy is produced. Examples: melting of ice, tearing of paper. Here in chemical change, rusting of iron, burning of wood, etc. Why are changes important to us? So, changes help us understand science in our daily life. Useful in cooking. Cooking, it's a chemical change. Cleaning, manufacturing, growth of plants and animals. In plants, the fertilizers, the pesticides are used. These all are chemical changes and it is very much essential for our day-to-day life. Now let's talk about few physical changes in our daily life. Physical changes. Folding of cloth, no new substance is formed. It's a physical change. Inflating a balloon, no new substance is formed. Sharpening a pencil, condensation on a cold bottle. All these are physical changes because no new substances are formed and the state, appearance are changed. Chemical change in daily life. Digestion of food. Digestion of food is so important to us. Without digesting the food, we cannot be able to work. Our body won't be able to work properly. Digestion of food is a chemical change. Spoilage of food is also a chemical change. Settling of curd, fireworks, ripening of fruits. All these are chemical changes. identify the type of change. So you will ask these questions to yourself to see that the thing is chemical in nature or physical. Is a new substance formed? If yes, it's a chemical change. If no, it's a physical change. Is the change reversible? If yes, so physical. If no, so chemical. Is heat, light, gas produced? If produced, so it's a chemical. If not produced, so it's a physical change. Is only shape, size changed? So if yes, physical. No, so chemical change. Now let's recall what we have learned in today's chapter. So, both physical and chemical changes occur around us every day. Physical changes are temporary and no new substance are formed, whereas chemical changes are totally opposite. It is permanent and a new substance is formed. Understanding changes helps us explain many natural and human-made artificial processes. I hope you liked my today's video. In the next upcoming video, we are going to continue with this chapter, physical and chemical changes. Till then, take care and bye-bye.